Let me turn this around. Okay. How you doing? So did you get the notification? Because I called you. I did a live chat yesterday with YouTube about schedule it help the notifications. Hello, Patty. How you doing? Yes, Unboss. I watched you come out of that plane, honey. Woo! You are brave. And Miss Petty, I seen you gardening yesterday, and all your little plants seem to be doing good. You have a lot. Hello, Keisha H. Thank you for joining in. As I said again on that, wow. I watched that and you had me laughing. I was laughing when you said, you my man and you my side piece. I said, no, she didn't. Oh, gosh. That was so funny. Hello, G-Land. Thank you for coming in. You all, it is really kind of warm this morning, warmer than usual. But I guess when I come out at 10, which is a good time for me because it gives me time to get up and move around a little bit. And that's a good thing instead of just jumping out here as soon as I get up. Watching from the Philippines. Okay. I would love to be in the Philippines right now. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, Patty, my father, when he was alive, we used to have this big old garden. And he had everything. I mean, everything planted. And as a little girl, I remember we used to have to go and pick the green beans and the greens and tomatoes and stuff. And I'm going, and I was going like, oh my gosh. And he grew corn, he grew everything. And like I said, when I was a little girl, we used to have to get out in the sun. Good morning, Virgil, and thank you for coming in. And get out in the sun and pick from that garden. Because, I mean, he grew everything. And after that, I wasn't in too big of a hurry as I became an adult to grow anything. Because my father, he had a huge garden. And I mean, everything we ate was fresh because he grew it. And we would tell my mother, Mama, it's too hot out there. She said, y'all better get out there and get them green beans and green if y'all want to eat. So now Even the thought of growing something make me cringe. But a lot of people still do it, and I have friends that are really into it. I just, after my childhood experience, it was kind of hard for me to plant anything. I seen your little garden, unbiased, and your little plants, and you repotting them. Virgia, do you grow anything? I thought you was growing something. Are you still growing? I thought I seen where you was growing something. Does anybody have anything? My great granddad had a beautiful with a little of everything. My parents didn't garden anything but flowers. My grandparents. Oh, okay. Well, see, my um, our house where we lived, my childhood house, well, the yard was huge, and in the backyard, we had a huge backyard. Honey, my father got out there and went to planting, and he was from the country. He lived out in the country. He never lived in the city. So when him and my mom got together, he felt like he needed to bring that country to the city. Honey, he planted everything. And I mean, it grew, and we would take those tomatoes and take them to the sink, those little tomatoes, and wash them off and eat them just like that. So I love tomatoes because that's way now I'll slice them up and put salt and pepper on them, and I can actually eat them with nothing else. But I love them with breakfast in the mornings with my eggs. So do you have anything going on today, Miss Patty? Good morning, April Showers. How are you doing this morning? I'm just out here trying to get a little walk on. I done my 425 yesterday, didn't I, Tamika? And the 2 days before that, it was like only 15 minutes because it was hot. And one day it was about to rain, and I didn't want to get caught. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just shocked Willie ain't started to grow something, but I guess with everything else to do around the house, he hasn't tried. My grandparents farmed. They had a huge garden, goats. Oh my goodness. Chicken, pigs, turkeys, and ducks. Oh, okay. Wow. That's great, Keisha. Then they just had a big old farm. My aunt, my my father's sister, that's the way she had a big old farm. And she lived on it till she passed away. That same farm. Today is the day with my grandson. We may go to the museum. Oh, okay. Well, that'll be fun. Is that with the baby? or Tyler? Because I know, Miss Patty, you got a one that's about 2 or 3 that always helping you in the garden. Your grandparents had ducks and chickens too. All right. Everything is, the grass is green again, but we supposed to get another storm today, so I don't know. We've had so much rain here lately. I mean, just pouring down. So we'll see. Okay, he's almost 4. Okay, Tyler's in Birmingham. Okay, and Jeremiah, oh, honey, you got your hands full. Because my great grandson, he is 3. And honey, you would think he's 23. I told you about him. He's so advanced that he scares me. But oh, he's a handful. He is a handful. I told him he was before his time. That's what my mother them used to say. They got an old head. And when kids would come out that was really smart like that, my mother then would say, they got an old head. And boy, does he have an old head. Yep, yeah, that's the way Zaylan is. I'm going, oh my goodness. Keep you on your toes, but I wouldn't trade them for nothing in this world. They are my babies. They are my babies. Now, sometimes he say he'll trade me for his papa. You're okay. So unbiased, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, I mean, you're 3 years old. How are you saying and talking to me like you 10 or 12? It just amazes me. And can get on that iPad and do everything. Yeah, yeah. I do believe they've been here before because, I mean, I don't know. Some of the stuff. Hello, Tamika. Tamika you was already on here, I think. Yeah, I seen you earlier. I'm going, huh? Okay. You just speaking to everyone. You was on before I took my first step. Yeah, and that's good because they are advanced before they get into school, and that that gives them hello, how you doing? That gives them a chance to be ahead, so that's a good thing. But honey, sometimes when I'm not ready for it, woo, he gives it to me anyway. And he runs and jumps, and he's a great grandson, so we are much older now than we were when we had our grandkids. So I can't be keeping up like it. That's one of my plants. It has gotten so big. The daycare worker. Yep, yep. Them are the words that my mom and my grandmother used to use. Old souls. They probably were saying that about me when I was a kid. I'm saying it about my grandkids. And my grandmother was probably saying it about me because I would stay up under her. And she was part Indian. And she had this real long, beautiful hair. And I would get it up in her lap and tangle her hair all kinds of way. And Mama would say, make that girl get down and stop fooling with your hair. And my grandmama would say, that's okay. She can comb my hair. And honey, I had knots everywhere in her head. Oh, okay. The daycare workers used to say that about my daughter. I said it was because her parents have old souls. Yeah. Well, I think it's good because it helps them on their journey, you know. And it's always good to be a little ahead than behind when they're getting ready to go to school. And it'll help them a lot. So that's okay. But sometimes, whew, and little boy wears me out. He worries me out. I say, look, I'm not like your mama and your daddy. I'm an old woman. And Willie takes him here and there and runs with him. And I told him, you better slow down. That boy kill you running and going here and there and jumping and everything. So Tamika, I did check with YouTube. I don't know, did I tell you or not? And they did. The guy was really, really nice. I think his name was Jade. Was really helpful, and he was really nice. And he was telling me uh, about the notifications and everything. And he said usually it's not YouTube's fault that the notifications don't come out. But he gave me 6 or 7 uh, suggestions, and he gave me some pointers on some other things. He was really, really, uh, really a nice guy. So hopefully the notifiers get fixed. I'm hoping. Yes, Miss Betty, honey, they are very energetic. And sometimes he'll say something, and I turn my head so he can't see me laughing. But they can just come out of the blue. Well, Tamika, look like I'm going to get that walk in again today, girl. I'm going, pretty soon I'm going to be dangerous. This is 2 days in a row. Okay, Keisha, thank you so much for coming in, and you have a blessed day. And thank you. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to get it in today, Tamika. I'm telling you all, I stopped for a few days because, as I told you, I hate to even talk about it because I don't want to get emotional, but I'm trying to get my strength together before the funeral. So I've been working and asking God to help me be strong, and I'm doing really good. But I lost my niece. She was 50 years old to cancer. So that's why you all didn't see me. I mean, while I was on vacation, she went into the hospital, and you know, we thought she could be treated and everything. And it was one of those real aggressive. I mean, it was so aggressive. Okay, Verge, thank you. It was so aggressive. And in 3 days, it went from a golf ball to almost a basketball. And so in 3 weeks, she was gone. We lost her. We lost her last week. And it's been hard. But I'm trying to stay busy and keep busy for my sister because it was her only child. And so she's going through it. And I know my niece will want me to stay strong because I'm always the weakest link in the family. But I told her I was going to stay strong. And I got back from my vacation in time to spend 6 days. I went every day. She was in the hospital. So for 6 days, she could understand what we were saying to her. And I promised her I would be strong for her mother. And that I have been. And I know God makes no mistakes. he makes no mistakes. So my faith is very strong, and my faith is what's going to get me through this. But it does not keep it from being hard because I'm telling you, she was such a good girl and had her whole life ahead of her. But God wanted her more. So I know she's not suffering anymore. There's nothing worse than have to watch someone you love suffer like that. It's it's the worst thing because it keeps playing in your mind. So I try to think of all the fun times we had and her being silly and stuff. And she had, she owned her own business, and she had done so good for herself. And, you know, and like I said, God makes no mistakes, and he needed her more than we did. So it looks like, Tamika and everyone, I'm gonna make it up this hill. And thank you all. Thank you all for your prayers because my family needs them right now. So So thank you all. And I'm trying, like I said, I'm trying to keep going. And it doesn't give me that time to stop and sit around and think. So I got to keep going. I got to do that for my sister because I got to be strong for her. So, Miss Patty, do you have anything else going on today? Unbiased. Do you, any one of you all have anything going on? I'm at home front, and I'm telling you, I'm glad to be here because the sun is coming out now. Again, I want to thank you all for coming along with me today. You are truly, truly appreciated. Okay, you just working as you you are always working unbiased, always. Wow, I just need a half of the energy you have, and I would be good. So you all have a blessed day, and I'll see you in my next video. Walk with me.